During the initial WWE transfer window, a number of Raw and SmackDown talent made the switch, including Adam Pearce and Nick. Alice has made many high-profile moves in the last month. Drew McIntyre, who just switched from WWE Raw to SmackDown, was the recipient of one of them. Last year, the general manager of the Red brand and the Scottish Warrior had a tense relationship at Money in the Bank 2024. The two even became violent. Adam Pearce criticized McIntyre on X, previously Twitter, when he joined SmackDown, stating that the former WWE reward will be amusing for a few weeks until he begins to cause trouble. For joining SmackDown with Nick Aldis, Drew McIntyre, who tried to assault Pie on a future episode of WWE Raw, is said to sneak into Memphis, Tennessee's Bridgestone Arena to make a major impression for his last appearance on the Red brand. But Pearce could have the security on high alert and keep one step ahead of the former World Heavyweight Champion. McIntyre would be happy on SmackDown till he plots his next move if this doesn't stop the Scottish sociopath. Drew McIntyre, a 39-year-old superstar, was obviously not having a good time last year. He got into a lot of problems on WWE Raw, broke a number of rules during his rivalry with CM Punk, and then got into a fight with Adam Pearce. The Scottish Warrior had an easy transition to SmackDown after quitting the Red brand because of the harsh work atmosphere there. In a triple threat match, he defeated Law Knight and Jimmy Uso, making for an excellent debut. He would compete in the 2025 Men's Elimination Chamber match with John Cena and CM Punk if he won. He would be able to compete for the World Championship at WWE WrestleMania 41 if he prevailed. Despite the thrilling environment in the WWE, tensions are rising behind the scenes and in the locker rooms. Adam Pearce, WWE's global manager for Raw, must make a tough decision that might affect the company as a whole due to offensive comments made by a former WWE World Heavyweight Champion whose name was formerly connected to power. Adam Pearce, known for his tough leadership style, is thinking about making a move that might change the course of Raw for the next months and set the stage for the comments made by the former champions. The wrestling community was taken aback when a former WWE World Heavyweight Champion made some disparaging remarks on the company's direction during a recent Raw program. When a backstage interviewer queried the commentator about his future in WWE, he launched into a violent diatribe. In addition to being derogatory against the business, his comments, among his extremely contentious remarks, were claims that Adam Pearce and other WWE executives were giving preference to younger performers over more seasoned ones. Additionally, he hinted that WWE had strayed from its original direction, asserting that the focus on gaudy stunts and reality-based plots was undermining the product's legitimacy. He also made a divisive remark on Pearce's tenure as Raw's general manager, claiming that Pearce lacked the expertise to plan a decent program and that the role has been weakened under Pearce's direction. Reactions from fans were rude and unpleasant. Reactions were quick and divided, with some fans supporting the former champion and others criticizing the firm for using its well-known personalities. Adam Pearce was clearly upset by the remarks, but he maintained his composure during a backstage interview, even if some felt he had gone too far in disparaging WWE and his devoted supporters. Pearce knew he couldn't let this disrespect, especially when it was aimed at him, go unpunished, since he is a leader who wants to resolve disputes in a professional manner. Treating this company, its executives, and its potential stars with the contempt that has been shown is unacceptable. The athletes who have gone through that curtain, especially those who have helped shape it, have always been admirable to me. It doesn't matter how many titles you've won or how long you've been in this company if you think you can insult the WWE Universe, myself, and my staff on Raw without repercussions, Pearce said. Pearce made it clear that although he would investigate every possibility, he would not put up with anybody meddling in Monday Night Raw, especially if the person had made such a careless comment. Pearce is also publicly expressed his readiness to take drastic steps to safeguard the integrity of the program and the survival of Raw, emphasizes preparing employees for the future, and the company itself comes first. Pearce went on to suggest that the former champion should likely examine himself in the mirror and determine if he has finally had enough, or if he wants to continue stirring up controversy. The conundrum emerges as Pearce struggles with the choice itself and considers the potential consequences of excluding the former champion from participating. Other than prohibiting the wrestler from participating on Raw at all, is there any other way to make a stronger statement? Regarding the fans' reaction, there were other factors that needed to be considered on a personal and professional level. Pearce would be making a strong statement about WWE's commitment to honoring the fans and making sure that only those who share the company's ideals are given a platform if he banned the former champion from Raw. Although the WWE fanbase is very devoted, they also want the corporation to be genuine. The reaction of the wrestler's fanbase is another possible outcome of prohibiting a former world heavyweight champion. A sizable section of the audience would see Pearce's decision to ban the wrestler as an attempt to silence legitimate worries about the company's future in the social media age. This can be seen by some fans as an unjustified effort to restrict free expression. The fan base has more influence than ever before, and a response may spread swiftly on social media, the WWE website, and other websites. 2. How Raw's roster will be impacted. WWE's talent pool, which consists of both newcomers and seasoned professionals, is its cornerstone. A suspension may lower team morale, cause friction in the locker room, and make other veterans fear for their jobs in WWE if they speak out. This is why veterans like the former world heavyweight champion have been crucial in maintaining the product's credibility, even though the company has invested heavily in creating new stars. Pearce must also take into account the impact of the prohibition on the program's plans. Many stories, including his own and those involving other superstars, might be disrupted if the previous champion were removed from the roster. On the other hand, a solution that doesn't generate too much confusion would be achievable if Pearce were to issue a fine or suspension rather than a complete ban. Third, WWE is a commercial component with $1 billion value. The global entertainment company carefully plans every element of Raw for maximum impact, from narrative elements to product sales. It's likely that the former WWE World Heavyweight Champion still exudes magnetism. Although the economic side of WWE has altered recently, many fans still like the older generation of stars, and his career and performances continue to attract admirers. The crowd may get disinterested in him if he is banned from Raw. WWE has embraced new talent with a large internet following because it sees them as the company's future. The previous champion's suspension may be seen as an attempt to pave the way for Raw 4's future since Pi has worked so hard to cultivate these talents. The message that Pearce's choice will send to the locker room is an important one. Because WWE performers are very competitive, there is often conflict backstage. Pearce's handling of this issue will demonstrate to the rest of the team, both new and old, whether he is prepared to be a strong leader and uphold Raw's integrity, or if he will allow one person's actions to bring disgrace onto the whole business. By prohibiting the former champion, Pearce may increase his authority and demonstrate to the roster that he will not tolerate behavior that goes against the company's direction, making it very evident that no one is above the law, regardless of experience. 5 future plans for the former champion. Finally, Pearce must consider what lies next for the former champion.